In this video, I want to show you how you can do keyword research in 5 minutes for an entire niche. You're going to need a keyword research tool for this. We use Ahrefs, but you can use whatever keyword research tool you like, Semrush or any keyword research tool essentially. And you're also going to need a keyword grouping tool. We use KeyClusters. So in the video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 5 separate niches and hopefully we'll get it all done in 10 minutes. So the first niche that I want to look at is kayaking, and I'm going to assume that we're an affiliate marketer and we're writing content about the best kayaks, the best kayak carts and so on. So the way to start this is to choose some seed keywords. So these are like very broad terms that distinguish or characterize the niche. So here I've chosen kayaks and kayak. We need both the plural and singular version. So put that into a tool like Ahrefs, and then Semrush has the same thing. You can go to matching terms, and what that will do is find all the terms that have kayak or kayaks in it. And so you can see there's 550,000 terms here, and some of it isn't relevant, like Kayak Flights is a company that's a flight aggregator and so on. So the next thing we're going to do is we'll go back here and we're going to grab some includes. Because we're an affiliate marketer, we're only really interested in affiliate content, and in this case we're going to do commercial affiliate content, so anything that's got best, top, review or reviews, and we chose any word there, and we'll just apply that and show the results. So this is obviously going to isolate that list down a lot and get rid of some non-relevant terms for the niche. Let's see what comes in. Whilst that's loading up, oh, there we go, 37,000 keywords. So here we've got, listed on top kayak because I put in top there, best inflatable and so on, best fishing kayaks and so on. Then what I want to do is just get rid of some words that aren't relevant. So I don't want to write on the best places to kayak or the best place to kayak. So we'll get rid of those. I'll probably also get rid of flight and flights. Because obviously that's related to the flight aggregator. So you could build that out and extend it out to have many more includes or many more excludes or whatever you need just to isolate your list down. What we're trying to do is get a list of somewhere between, depending on how big the niche is, 500 keywords or up to about 5,000 keywords. So we're still at 35,000 here, which is too much. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to get rid of any kind of low volume keywords. So anything with less than 20 search volume a month, we're going to exclude those from our list. Okay, so let's see what that does. Right, that's a fair number. So we've got 3,700 keywords, and just kind of looking through this, I can see that this is very much the type of content that I would want for this niche. It's all best of or review related content. So at that point you can export that list, and you would export the entire list. And once you've done that, you'll have a file that looks something like this. So this is the export file from Ahrefs, and it's given every single keyword. You've got the keyword volume, and you've got the keyword difficulty, and you can see this list. I think I exported around 3,000 keywords. So you can see it's a fairly extensive, large list of keywords. Okay, so once you've got this list, you jump across to KeyClusters. And KeyClusters looks like this, and you would create a new job, and you could call this kayaks. And then you would go upload that file. So here's the file here. And what KeyClusters does is it looks at the file that you've uploaded, and you just need to map the relevant columns to the variables here. So it's already seen what the titles are in this file, and we're just going to map keywords to keywords, volume. I like choosing global volume. You can obviously choose the volume for the country that you ran the analysis on, but I choose global volume and difficulty. And then you can run this by any geography. So if you're in the UK or wherever you are, you can do the analysis there, and you can run it by any device, and you would launch the job. Just so you understand what KeyClusters is actually doing, it's taking every single keyword that you've fed it from this file, putting it into the Google SERP, and looking at the ranking results. And if a keyword shares 3 or more pages with another keyword, it's grouped together. So we know that you only need to write one article for that set of keywords. So once you've launched the job, if you go back to your dashboard, it will run the job. It takes a few minutes to run because obviously it's doing this in real time. I did it earlier, and so you can download that analysis, and I will show you what that looks like. Okay, so the analysis looks like this. You get 4 columns back, and every single row here is a unique idea or unique article idea that we need to write. The first column A, is the primary keyword. The second column is the aggregated volume of the primary keyword volume and all the keyword variations. And all of these keyword variations have similar pages ranking, and therefore they've been grouped together. And then this is the keyword difficulty for the primary keyword. So as you can see, you can work through this, and essentially you've done keyword research for the entire niche. You've got, every single thing that you can possibly write on for best kayaks, best kayak roof rack, best kayak for beginners, best kayak trolley motor, and so on. And for each of those, you've got all the keyword variations. So the way that we use keyword variations in our content is we like to build it into, obviously into the content itself, but also into the header structure. You don't need to obviously use every single keyword variation. If you look at this top one here, there's probably 50 keyword variations on different ways that people are typing in best inflatable kayak, best inflatable kayak for the ocean, and so on. But what you want to do is kind of blend in a few of these keywords, have some FAQs that blend in some of these keywords, and obviously blend it into the content itself. So that's the one way we use it to ensure that we've got topical coverage. The second way we use it is for internal linking. So when you write best fishing kayaks and you mention inflatable kayaks, instead of linking on this primary keyword, you could link internally on one of these keyword variations. And so that sends really interesting signals to Google and builds up a much more complex internal linking structure than just using the primary keyword all the time. And then obviously you could use these keyword variations as external link anchors as well. So if you're doing any link building, you could use these guys as well. So that's the kayak niche. I will do the other two very quickly because we're at nearly 8 minutes. So in this niche, let's say we're an SEO agency and we're targeting the dentistry niche. So again, I've got some C keywords, dentists, and let me just go back here, and dentistry. So you put those in as your seed keywords. And again, you would go across to matching terms. And whilst that's loading, I'm going to go across and grab some includes and excludes. So because we're an SEO agency, I've chosen things like SEO, let's just see, SEO, blog, podcasts, digital marketing, internet CRM, ads, PPC. You could add more. You could add search engine optimization. It's up to you to kind of build out that list, but broadly those are the keywords that we want. And I didn't add any excludes, but again, you could add some excludes if you wanted to. And let's just see what that does to this list. Okay, so there's about 2,000 keywords there. You might want to export that and run your analysis, or maybe you could bring that down a little bit, maybe get rid of some of these keywords. So let's do anything with a volume of 10 or less gets excluded. Okay, so it's like 425 keywords to analyze. I did that earlier, so I put that into the dentist's job here, and I will show you what the outcome looks like. So we've got all of these unique ideas. We need an article on dentist marketing, and we've got all the keyword variations for this. There's lots about marketing, dentistry shops, dentist SEO, digital marketing for dentists, and so on. What you'll notice is sometimes the keyword clustering is not perfect, and you shouldn't assume that it's perfect because this is software at the end of the day. So for me, some of these look quite similar, like digital dentistry. Now, I'm not certain whether that's a different idea to digital marketing for dentists. And so you need to actually establish, is that a totally different thing? And the way you do that is figuring out if the search intent is different. So you could put these two primary keywords into the SERP and see, is this one all about like how to do digital marketing for dentists? And is this one just about digital in the dentistry space? And if they are, then they are two unique, different ideas. Here's another one that, SEO dentistry looks quite similar to dentist SEO, but perhaps those are different things. And so you need to be careful and just make sure that these are all absolutely unique. Obviously, most of the time, I would say about 80% of the time with KeyClusters, it's very clear that each cluster or group is correct. For example, dentistry podcast is a very unique idea, or dentistry blog. All right, and let's just do one more. So for the last one, we're going to do, this is an interesting one. So sometimes what we will do is we will be in like a big niche. In this case, let's say we're in the e-commerce niche for footwear. And let's say we're on a website that's got hundreds of different shoes and various footwear. And we want to drill down specifically on socks, and not just socks. We want to drill down on waterproof socks. So we're really getting quite specific here. So what I would do is, again, start with a very broad keyword, so sock and socks. And then in my includes, I would have the different variations that people might type in waterproof socks. So, it's a massive amount of keywords here. So in the includes, we're going to specifically go with waterproof, water resistant, and then some people write the like water dash proof and so on, or waterproof like that, and water resistant like that. Okay, I'm not going to do any excludes, so let's just see what that gives us, and that will hopefully drill down the list to quite a small number. Okay, 2,500. Again, what I might do is get rid of some of the very small volume keywords. I usually start at 10. If I've still got a lot, I might go to 20. I don't want to obviously get rid of too many keywords, but we're just getting rid of these very small ones. Okay, 300 keywords to look at. So we ran the analysis through KeyClusters here, waterproof socks, and here's the outcome. So you can see we need an article on waterproof socks, which is probably an e-commerce transactional related keyword. And you can see all the keyword variations in here. It gets quite interesting because people are asking about hiking with these socks. And then that's obviously a brand, Sealskins. And then, drilling down waterproof socks for women, waterproof socks, cycling socks, waterproof socks for swimming, waterproof dog socks, another brand. I think that's probably a brand. And you can kind of work through it. Again, you've got to be careful because some of them might have not been clustered perfectly. You start getting some of these nice keywords, these informational ones, like how to wash waterproof socks. REI is obviously a retailer that sells waterproof socks, or Walmart. So lots of great ideas. But as you can see, you can quite quickly build an architecture and say, if we were this e-commerce footwear store, we could say, look, we want 10 articles on waterproof socks. We want this ultimate guide. In it, we need to talk about hiking because it's quite clear that that forms the primary keyword. And then we need a section on different brands, Sealskins, Deckshell, and so on. We also need on different use cases and for different genders. And we need some kind of informational articles like how to wash your waterproof socks and so on, and maybe something like best waterproof socks, a roundup of the best ones. So you can quite quickly build an architecture of 10, 15, 20 articles to become a topical authority on waterproof socks. So that's me doing 3 niches in under 5 minutes, because it's not even 15 minutes yet. I can promise you this will revolutionize your keyword research using a clustering tool like KeyClusters. And every time you want to look at a specific niche or micro niche, just running it through, running a broad set of keywords through a clustering tool will provide a very clear indication of how you need to build out your content. Hope that helps. Cheers.